speaker, Mr. Shishir Srivastav, is a peace educator and a motivational speaker. He is currently serving as the head of the Department of Personality Development and Career Counseling. We request Mr. Shishir to share the activities of his department and address the audience. Please, sir. You can unwind and stretch yourselves till we get the stage set for Mr. Shishir Srivastav. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I know you all are sitting here for quite some time, and as Mrs. Rita said, you would like to get up, so you please get up. I'll give you about 2 minutes. Meanwhile, I'll set the whiteboard for myself. So if you'd like to just get up, move around, and sit down, that would be fine. Thank you. Can I have a cordless one? Well, now we have some serious listeners, it seems. So I'll start with my presentation. Good morning once again. Respected Dr. Mrs. Gandhi, respected Dr. Sunita Gandhi, Professor Geeta Gandhi Kingdon, Mrs. Basu, respected principal, Dr. Mrs. Kamran, Mrs. Bonita Joel, and Mrs. Kalpana Tripathi, of course, Mrs. Vatul, respected principals of other schools, teachers, friends. In my talk today, I'm going to give you a glimpse as to how personal development can lead us to become a better human being. See, if you were to ask me that whether or not I have a 100-rupee note in my pocket, if you need it, I'll have to look into my pocket and see whether I do actually have it, and only then I can give it to you. So same way it is with education. We educators only give what we have, and if we do not have it, we can't give it. Dr. Sunita Gandhi was giving a classic example of Dwight Allen saying that, a teacher who has 20 years of experience might mean 1 year of wrong experience repeated 20 times. 1 year of wrong experience repeated 20 times. So that's one thought we would like to begin with when it comes to personal development. Personal development, the topic above says, global trends and innovations in education. Now, why do we need to have a conference like this? Why do you have to spend time all the way coming from places in cities far off to come and listen to speakers like us? Because global trends are changing. The world is changing. We are constantly evolving. And we are very fortunate enough to live in a time when a huge transformation is not only taking in this part of the country or the other part of the country, but in the entire world. And to cope with this transformation, we must constantly evolve, educate, inform, and lead ourselves. Personal development, the other words for personal development are self-development, self-improvement, self-empowerment. These all words relate with personal development. And each one of us wants to grow by 100%, 200%, 300%. Some of us are as ambitious to go by 1,000%. But then ultimately, when it comes to real outcomes, when it comes to separating achievement from the activity, we find that we are standing still. And here is a warning sign for each one of us. If we do not change at this moment, we're going to be like dinosaurs. will become simply extinct. So here is something positive for you. If you commit to improve yourself 100%, you don't have to do much. All you need to do is change by just 1% every day. And in 100 days, you would have changed 100%. In 1 year from now, you will have changed more than 300%. 10 years from now, more than 3,000%. So personal development is about making a choice to change yourself simply by 1%. Just 1% improvement. And when it comes to the second word, that is innovations, global trends and innovations. How are we going to innovate ourselves? How can we bring that innovation in ourselves? The closest word to innovation I found is creativity. We need to be creative. And when it comes to creativity, we are often perplexed with this word called creativity, and we think that we have to go back like a nursery or a KG kid. We have to draw something, we have to be creative and things like that. But creativity, ladies and gentlemen, is simply improvement. If you can simply improve a thing, you become creative. Now look at all the things that you've got around you. You're sitting on a beautiful, laid up tables. These tables could have been laid up straight, but they have been laid up creatively. There's a little improvement. Last time you came here, you might not have found so many screens all around, right? If some of you would have seen, there were 2 screens. Now we have got 5 or 6 screens. So it's improvement. And creativity is all about improvement. Personal development is all about improvement. And without wasting much of your precious time, I'll go to the first slide. This presentation is very short, very crisp, and very small because I value your time, the time that we've invested here. So it's going to be just 3 main parts. I'm going to pose you some 3 important questions. 3 questions that will make you think. I'm going to also give you 3 good attitudes which you can take back home and apply immediately, right from today. And I'm also going to give you 3 positive actions, because this is what personal development is all about. It's not about thinking alone. It's not about meditating. It's not about taking the walk around the block or the park or eating nutritious food or dieting or exercising. Personal development is all about motivating and inspiring you to take action. And once you want to become successful, remember this word always, that you don't have just to take action, you have to take massive action. In order to become a person of value, you need to take massive action, because action everybody takes. So how are you going to differentiate yourself from that? So the first part, this is part 1. 3 empowering questions. Now everybody, when the month ends, whether you are the paymaster or the pay seeker, we all ask ourselves the simple question: what am I getting here? Whether you work for an organization, you own that organization, whether you work for a school, whether you're a teacher or a student, everybody asks these questions. What am I getting here? That's an important question to ask. But let me tell you a better question to ask. And please remember, it's not important what you get in life or in a month. What is truly important is what you become. So a better question to ask is, what am I becoming here? So the focus of personal development, the focus of personal transformation, of self-development, of self-improvement, taking interest in yourself in order to transform yourself, not just yourself, but people around you, it requires you to ask this question: what am I becoming here? The next question, important question. 10 years from now, you'll surely arrive. Come 2021, you'll surely arrive. The big question to ask is, where? Where will you arrive in 2021, 10 years from now? 10 years is a long time. I know you'll say, 10 years is a long time. We can go straight, make no improvement, arrive here, come back to a conference like this saying, wow, I have not made much of difference. But here's what I'm asking you to do. Take some action, little change in attitude, little change in knowledge, little change in skills, going back, applying what you've learned here, and 10 years from now, you can arrive here. I don't want you to arrive here, right? That's not the objective of my talk. So, a little change in attitude, a 1 degree of separation in attitude, in skills, in knowledge, in the value, and you'll arrive and become something great. So remember this question, 10 years from now, you will arrive. The question is, where? Where are you going to arrive? So please start thinking from now. What will you become after 10 years? Third and the most important question, how can I become successful? Now, when I wanted to be a motivational speaker 10 years ago, I saw a couple of speakers speaking on, various videos, and I was so fascinated. I said, wow, how much do they pay to do such thing? Somebody said, $5,000. I said, wow, I know I can do this. But when I went back home, I thought, can I do this? Can I be one of them? And at this moment, a lot of negativity sweeps into your mind because our self-talk, unfortunately, by the society, has been designed in a way that we tend to think negatively. So in order to avoid these negative thoughts, instead of asking this question, what if I try and I fail? This is what the questions that most students, most failures, and we adults also ask ourselves when we go to buy a new car, when we go to buy a new flat, when we go to try out something new, mentality sweeps in. We say, what if I try and I fail? That's a bad question to ask. The good question to ask is, what if I try and I succeed? And if you keep asking these questions, questions are powerful. Questions are powerful tools to arouse inquisitiveness, to arouse curiosity. The Bible says, seek and you shall find. Simple words, seek and you shall find. When will you seek? When you'll ask yourself, what do I have to seek? So how do I succeed? That's very, very important. And I'll go to the part 2 now. The part 2 essentially deals with 3 good attitudes. What are these attitudes? Now, when we are working, daily activity, we come to school early in the morning, we go back late, we go to home, we pay attention to the family, come back again. So this is activity. And most of us are focused. We work hard on our job. So which attitude can lead you towards becoming a better person? Here it is. You must learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. See, working hard on your job will help you make a living. Working hard on your job will help you make a living. Whereas, working hard on yourself will make you a fortune. So it is up to you to decide today whether you would like to end up your life making a living or end up your life making a fortune. The next attitude, another positive attitude. I don't have this, I don't have that. She has that, I don't have that. He has that, I lack that. Don't focus on weaknesses, especially your own. Cynicism closes the door to growth, to creativity, to self-improvement, to self-empowerment. Here is what unlocks the door. It's gratitude, thankfulness. We should be thankful for whatever we have. Each one of us here present today has at least one gift which you can use to the best of your ability and turn around your life. So focus on your strengths. I'm not saying don't eliminate your weaknesses. Slowly and gradually you will. But focus on your core strengths. Bring them up. Show them up. 80% of success is showing up. 80% of success is showing up. Third, the third good attitude. The third good attitude is separate activity from achievement. A very important question. Here it is. A scientist performed an experiment. He took a bowl like this, right? And in this bowl, he placed 3 caterpillars. And these caterpillars have a usual tendency to chase each other. So he placed these caterpillars on the top of the bowl. And one caterpillar chases the other because they think that the caterpillar in front of me is going in chase of food. And so they chase around and around. And this is a true experiment. And what he did was, after half a day had passed, he placed some food for the caterpillar here, the leaves they eat. With food just 3 inches away from them, these caterpillars didn't realize they kept on going around and around and around and around, till after 3 days, they fell dead. The objective of this experiment, and the objective of me quoting this experiment, is simply this: you must learn to separate activity from achievement. And achievement comes from numbers. Achievement comes from some concrete performance. So each an activity that you do, like you are doing now, taking notes, this is an activity. But what is the end all of this activity? You must apply it to enhance your performance, to get the numbers that you want, be it in terms of your salary, be in terms of the average marks that students would like to achieve, anything. Those numbers are very important. So you must keep those numbers in mind, because ultimately you'll be measured by numbers. Part 3. So these were the 3 attitudes. And here I come to the last part of my talk. 3 actions. Actions are important. Very, very important. The first action that I would like you to take is to please continue your learning. Learn, learn, and learn. Now, if I write this word called learn, very simple word, learn. It simply says L-E-A-R-N. I hope I didn't make a spelling mistake. Fortunately not. So if you remove the letter L from here, what does it becomes? Earn. And here is what is important. Your learning curve, the more you learn, the more you are going to earn. Simple. We get an opportunity once or twice in a year like this to attend a conference, spend our time. Usually we are doing activities which are intended to produce results. But here is what is important: continue to learn. That's number 1 action. So read books, associate with people who are interested in learning, go to libraries, go and explore things that you haven't explored. Each and every book that you will miss will make a difference. Now here's what is important. The books that you will read will surely make a difference. The books that you haven't read will definitely make a difference. So read a lot of books, right? It's wrongly written, I'm sorry. It should have been be enthusiastic. I wanted to highlight enthusiasm, so pardon me for that. It's be enthusiastic. Now how to be enthusiastic? Everybody says be enthusiastic. Simple. Just go, walk into the classroom, walk into your school with a smile. What will happen? It is a chain reaction. You smile, your students smile. You smile, your colleagues smile. And one day when you're sad, one day you are not feeling that you're worthy of this job, one day when you're down, somebody will smile back at you. And again, the chain reaction will start. So be enthusiastic. Whatever you do it with enthusiasm. Put a lot of passion, put a lot of energy, put a lot of focus into that. Only then you will get the kind of results that you want. Third action, have faith. Very important. We must have faith not only in ourselves, but also in the goals that we intend to achieve. I'll give you a personal example. And the personal example happened to be like this, that the year was 2008. I was not fascinated, I was frustrated. I was driving back home, and I was saying that, look, time right now is 8 p.m., Every day it happens that I intend that I'll reach home on time, but I never do that because, work priorities happen to, hold me back to the office. So what do? So I stopped my car and I was writing my book, and it had been 3 years and I was frustrated, dejected. I said, what will happen? Will I be ever able to complete this book? Now, this kind of negative, thought process starts with each one of us when we intend to set up a goal and we don't achieve it. But here is what I did. I said, I'll surely arrive, and I'll keep on keeping on. So I did that. I went on, and for one continuous week, at least for 3 nights together, I didn't sleep. I completed the book. Next year, the book was ready, but it had no publisher. So I sent a proposal to 12 publishers, and these are the stages of, publishing line. 12 publishers, and 8 of them rejected it straight away. And I'm dejected, but not disheartened. I knew somewhere someone will come. And suddenly I receive a proposal from one of the world's best publishers, the Penguin. They say, we are interested in publishing your book, Mr. Srivastava. And the book was selected. So all I'm asking you to do is, whatever goals, whatever dreams, whatever ambitions, whatever aspirations you have, hold them. You hold those aspirations in your mind and hold them tightly. And the day will come when God will reward your good intentions and your good efforts. So it happened. In 2010, the book was published. Within 3 months, it came into the India Today best-selling list, not once but twice. And the effort of 4 years was actually paid off. So, remember, friends, that there's a simple equation about life. Life is difficult, I know. You all are missing your families. You all are missing your, curriculum that is lagging behind, investing your time here. And I wanted this talk to be worth it. So before I leave you with this thought that you and life have a simple equation. When you go back, I would like you to apply this simple concept and you'll be very, very happy in life. See, if you are easy upon yourself, life says, I'm going to be tough upon you. If you are going to be easy upon yourself, life says, I'm going to be tough upon you. I'm tough. But here is what will make the difference. If you are tough upon yourself, life says, I'm going to be easy upon you. So if you want your life to be easy, be tough. Every day, go with a resolution. You need to challenge yourself. You need to motivate yourself. You need to create ways to inspire you. Write a journal. Read some positive thoughts. Don't read the newspaper in the morning, the first thing. Listen to some audio cassettes while you're driving to your school, your organization. I do that always. And it inspires me, it boosts me. Right? With this, I come to the end. And I would like to thank you. Thank you. Yes? If anyone of you has a question, you're welcome.
I would like to come back to that slide, the attitudes one.
Do we have that slide on?
Here you mentioned about the 3 attitudes.
Can we have it going back? इसको back करिए. Back करिए, हाँ. इसमें ये आपने हटा दिया.
It is coming. It's there?
It's coming, ma'am.
Okay. Though it's a very nice presentation, Mr. Shishir, I must say.
Thank you,
It's a
ma'am.
very enriching one.
Thank
And your delivery, everything quite thought-provoking one. But there is one thing which I would like to point out in the attitudes. The first attitude which you had told,
Right now.
the 3 good attitudes.
Right. वो दीजिए ना remote.
Yes, this is the one.
Yes.
I come to number 1.
Right.
That is, learn to work harder on yourself.
Right, ma'am.
It's again gone. That's learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Where I would, you have to clarify me more, because I don't agree with this, because generally we give our 100% to our jobs.
Right.
That is the ethos of City Montessori School, it has been.
Right.
And we have grown up with the organization.
Yes.
So if we don't put 100% in our job, we are not satisfied. And what you are saying, that work harder on yourself, you will have a fortune.
Right.
That fortune is less important than working 100% on your job, 100% giving on the children. And then when your organization grows, like CMS has grown. So we have grown with the organization. So that's what I feel about it. So if you can clarify me.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I know most of you must have felt like that. When one of my mentors, Jim Rohn, said that, I was even surprised. Jim Rohn happened to be one of America's greatest motivational speaker. He gave this thought: learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. For nearly 6 years, he was broke. He was not making much money, not making much, of knowledge of his skills. So he met a mentor called, his name was Mr. Schroff, and he taught him this, that you must learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Now, when we say harder on yourself, it does not mean that you don't work hard on your job. It certainly means that you work hard 8 to 9 hours, 10 hours on your job, not more than that. Number one thing, if you invest more than 11 hours on your work, be it at home and school combined, whether you are taking copies to home or whatever you're doing, let me tell you, you are heading for a heart attack. 67% of people who are going to work and having a heart attack have been found to be investing 11 or more than 11 hours of work daily. Number one. So that's a risk. Working hard never kills anyone. We read that long ago, but now it is killing people. It is really killing people. When I said working hard on yourself, it means working hard on your physical health, working hard on your nutrition, working hard on your diet, working hard on your attitudes, working hard to develop those skills. And those things do not happen, mind you, do not happen in your 8 to 9 given time regime. Yeah, just a minute, ma'am. I'll just finish quickly and I'll come back to you. Thank you. When you work hard on yourself, I mean, when you go back home, you definitely are spending time watching television, definitely spending time with your family. It's modern. But once everybody has slept, why don't you invest just half an hour? This is what working hard on yourself means, sharpening your saw. Abraham Lincoln said, if I'm given 4 hours to chop a tree, I'll spend at least 1 hour, or maybe more than that, sharpening my saw. So you must sharpen your skills. You must welcome new material. You must read good magazines. This is what is meant by working hard on yourself, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, please. Yes, I'll pass on the mic to you. Please say your name also.
I'm Mrs. Young from People's Public School, Bhopal. I just wanted to add the last point which we have added, that working hard on ourselves, we can work hard or gaining more knowledge, skills. The same thing, sharpening our legs.
Right. Thank you, ma'am. Yes.
See, when you work hard on yourself, so job also, you become so, your
Strong.
skills are more, your perfection is more.
Right.
So same job which you can do, or same type of work which you may be spending maybe 4-5 hours, you may do it within 2 hours. So when you are working hard on yourself, then that advantage goes to all the, aspects of your life, your job or wherever you are, your family.
Right.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Can you help with passing off mic, please? Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I hope it is simply self-analysis.
Yes.
Working hard on ourselves means self-analysis. What we are doing
Yes.
in our job and what we need to do for tomorrow, a future plan which could be
Beautiful.
more perfect.
Right.
That is
Thank you
what
so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Summing it up, I would like to say Hillary Clinton once said, and I quote,